finally gonna do the main story, new main story. Yay! Yes, this is what Zane has decided
이 시간대가 딱 좋지.
to wear today. He says it's the perfect time to look at the moon, but sir, you are wearing an eye mask. Wait, what do you mean I haven't finished the preceding story? I finished. What do you mean? Oh, maybe they mean I haven't done Silas's branch story. That is true. Wait, does Silas have a branch story? I don't actually know, but if he does, I definitely haven't done it, so. Within the span of a single month, the Far Space Fleet's significant return and subsequent secret departure stirs intense public discussion. The rumors that circulated when Skyhaven was under martial law discussed the fleet's armed operation to eliminate certain anomalous wanderers. Oh my god, I read martial law and I instantly, freaked out on the inside. While no footage of these events has surfaced, the fleet's tight-lipped response has inevitably sown seeds of panic among the population. After the Chrono Rift catastrophe, the Hunters Association released several reports on Wanderer evolution and their mutation. Like humans, the Wanderers continue to grow stronger. Peace remains a distant goal for this. As people grow increasingly uneasy about the fleet's mysterious operations, a bombshell announcement takes everyone by surprise. Oh my god, what's happening now? Ever announces the imminent launch of a project called the Fountain of Atay. The Fountain of Atay. I don't know if we've heard anything about that. I don't remember hearing about that. The setting for this, though, looks like the place where we saw, what's his face last, right? Because of the word fountain, I want to think that it's, something to do with the Fountain of Youth. Maybe? But I wonder what Atay is a reference to. What's the word Atay? Okay, I just see tech stuff, so I'm sure that's not it. Alright, maybe it's just a word that was made up for this. Anyway, the 40-second preview quickly becomes a global sensation and the focal point of discussions worldwide. Oh, you know what? I'm probably also thinking the Fountain of Youth because, of the N2X medicine and stuff. The drug in Tears of Themis, which is also intended for, rich people trying to not get old. It feels like a theme across a lot of these games, no? The 40-second preview quickly becomes a global sensation and the focal point of discussions worldwide. The internet debates the development and application of protocore technology. Skyhaven, powered by protocore energy, becomes the target of widespread criticism due to the fleet's recent actions. Countless conspiracy theories emerge. Beneath the floating island, Lincoln's scattered lights weave an intricate web across the land. In the windless night, dark figures flit by glass walls. They're quickly masked by the red glow of aircraft warning lights atop skyscrapers. The unrest brewing online seeps quietly into the physical world and ferments under Lincoln's facade of normalcy. Wow, what a setup for this, right? For this intro. Waves of controversial topics stoke the growing public outrage. The association becomes the primary target of this rising tide. In response, the association implements a series of countermeasures. This includes the covert relocation of the Spatium core stored in the association's building. Protocore transport vehicle.
인터넷이 아주 시끌시끌하네요.
It's Simone! I didn't hear what she said. I freaked out for a moment because I love Simone. She's so hot.
인터넷이 아주 시끌시끌하네요.
Did you just say the internet ajashis are so loud? I feel like I definitely misheard a word there.
에버는 무슨 생각인 걸까요?
What is Ever thinking?
다들 어떻게 생각하세요?
What do you guys think?
획기적인 위협이라느니 인류 진화의 새로운 방향이라느니 말은 잘하네.
Throwing around phrases like groundbreaking achievement and the next step in human evolution. They've got guts. In a self-driving protocore vehicle, Simone scrolls through an endless stream of updates on her phone.
코어 연구에 대한 기피로 보면 에버가 자본도 있고 자신감도 있는 건 확실해.
Seeing their extensive research into protocores, they do have the credentials to back up their claim.
코어파인 저는 코어 기술의 발전을 지지하지만 에버그룹은
As a prototist, I'm all for advancing protocore tech, but ever,
수법이 너무 더러워요. 우리를 수렁으로 끌고 갈지도 몰라요.
they play dirty. They may drag us down with them.
아테의 셈이 코어에 대한 근원파의 공격을 또다시 부추겼어.
The Fountain of Ate has reignited the purist attacks against protocores. At their core, the prototists and purists represent two opposing viewpoints: support for the development of protocore technology and the opposition to. The purists believe that although protocores are powerful, they're dangerous. There are too many unknowns, and overzealous research can lead to a catastrophic crisis. In earlier years, they urged humanity not to be blinded by profit. They argued that using Earth's natural energy resources was the only way to ensure civilization survived in a stable condition.
최근 몇 번의 헌터 작전이 모두 급진적 근원파의 습격을 받아서 이렇게 차원 코어를 은밀하게 운송하는 거야.
Our latest missions have been targeted by the radical members. That's why we need to transport the Spadium core in secret.
두 사람 다 경계심을 낮추면 안 돼.
So both of you can't let your guards down.
근원파에서 감히 소란을 피우려 하면 제 코어 입자포 맛을 보여줄 거예요.
If those purists dare to cause trouble, they can say hello to my protocore particle cannon.
근원파를 그렇게
She's
적대시하지는
such a
마.
badass.
과하게 보수적이긴 하지만 코어파도 너무 급진적인 면이 있어.
Don't be too hostile. While they're traditional, certain prototists can be just as extreme.
코어에 대한 개발은 아직 10%도 이루어지지 않았으니까 미래의 것에 경외심을 가지는 것도 틀린 건 아니지.
We haven't even researched more than 10% of a protocore's potential. There's nothing wrong with maintaining a healthy respect for the unknown.
스페이스 헌터가 어떻게 근원파를 지지할 수 있어요? 그들은 우리의 과학 발전을 막으려고 한다고요.
What kind of Deepspace hunter defends the purists? They're the ones trying to stop our technological progress. I like this interesting little debate going on here. Haven't the purists been quiet for several years now?
그야 최근 코어 기술 발전이 너무 빠르고 훌륭하게 발전했으니까 그렇지.
That's just because
일상생활의 크고 작은 부분들에 코어 기술이 녹아들었잖아.
our protocore tech has developed so rapidly, and we've had so many successes. Stuff's been integrated into every aspect of our daily lives, big and small.
근원파는 인류가 코어를 개발하면 안 된다는 입장을 고수하고 있지만 이미 인류는 코어 없이 살 수 없는 게 현실이야. 사실이 말보다 강하니까.
The purists always say that humans shouldn't develop protocore technology, but the reality is humans can't live without it now. Reality is louder than words,
삶의 질을 높이고 유랑체를
or stronger than words.
딥스페이스 터널과 우주 바깥의 비밀 탐색을 돕고
Improving a person's quality of life, fighting wonders, and helping humanity explore the deep space tunnel and secrets beyond our universe.
코어파가 예전에 그랬던 청사진은 정확하게 실현되고 있는데 근원파에겐 근거가 없으니 이길 수 없는 것도 당연해.
The protost's vision for the future is being realized one step at a time. Without concrete evidence to support the purist claims, it's only natural that they lost their ground.
넌 어느 쪽이야?
What side are you on? Chocotists. I side with the limited edition chocolate pie from the association cafeteria. It's delicious and replenishes your stamina. The vehicle passes through the tunnel, which is the last highly dangerous point on their designated route. The secure vault is at the end of this road.
이상 에너지 수치가 안정 범위 내에 있어. 입고 준비를 시작해.
Metaflux levels are within a stable range. Begin storage intake procedure.
다들 고생 많았어요. 마지막까지 파이팅하고 오늘 야식은 제가 쏠게요.
Good work, everyone. Let's stay strong until the end. I'll take care of tonight's snacks. Wait, there's a massive surge of Metaflux heading straight for us. It's coming in fast.
이상 데이터는 없는데 투사람
But there's nothing strange in the readings. At that moment, a truck wreathed in flames and crackling with powerful Metaflux comes barreling towards them from behind. It's going at full speed. Holy shit, that was quite an explosion. As soon as Simone and... I forget what we named her. Miyang? Whatever. Jump out of the cargo hold, their transport vehicle is violently thrown into the air. An explosion releases searing heat behind them. We have an emergency. Transport vehicle 109 is under attack. Coordinates are being transmitted. Requesting backup. Holy shit. Yeah, man. I don't know what's happening right now either. Explosions, apparently. Before they can find their footing, there's another explosion. They're sent flying through the air. Protocore particles drift around the overturned transport vehicle. Through her blurred vision, she sees several distorted figures emerging from the flames.
가거라. 너희는 자유야.
Go, you're free. The unfamiliar voice is masked by the crackling flames. I hope she's hot. Her silhouette looked hot. Her ears are still ringing, and she can't tell if what she's hearing is real or just in her head.
아쉽네. 이렇게 초라한 상황에서 다시 만나다니.
What a shame. We're only seeing each other now that you're in such a pitiful state.
장숙한테 우리가 가이아 연구센터에 있을 때의 이야기를 들은 적이 있니?
Who is this? Do we know her? Did Josephine ever mention the time? Sorry, have you ever heard from Josephine about our time together at the Gaia Research Center? She knows Josephine? Grandma? But she sounds young. Who are you?
없는 모양이네.
It seems you haven't. Excruciating pain tears through her entire body as her heart begins to tremble uncontrollably.
내가 누구인지는 중요하지 않아.
It's not important who I
오히려
am.
네가 누구인지 물어야지.
The real question is, who are you? She suddenly grabs MC's throat, and a sharp pain pierces her neck. It's like 1,000 needles just stabbed her. She feels like she's suffocating as she loses control of her limbs. Her heart pounds violently while a chaotic force stirs within her body. Blood trickles down her forehead. Through her crimson-tinted vision, she sees the container holding the spatium core roll into view.
딥스페이스에서 탄생한 너는 원래 우리 것이야 했던 유일무이한 원석이야.
You, who were born in the depths of deep space, were originally ours, a one-of-a-kind creation.
가장 중요한 그 키가 없으면 아테의 셈은 영원히 조잡한 모조품에 불과할 뿐이야.
Without a key, the Fountain of Ate will only remain a poor imitation. MC? Is MC even a real person? Dazed, she hears something faintly crack. Suddenly, an unprecedented power surges through her veins and bursts forth with brilliant light.
키의 주인은 다른 사람이 될 수 없어. 그것이 봉인하고 또 열어줄 비밀은 오직 너와 관련된 것이니까.
Wow. The key can never belong to anyone else. All of its secrets and treasures are linked to you. Is MC even a real person? That was weird. They called her a creation and said that she was born in the depths of deep space. Are they talking about the protocol or the actual, like, her? It was weird. Transporting the spatium core was a classified mission for special operations. The attack wasn't revealed to the outside world. After spending 2 days in the hospital, Simone and she were ordered to suspend all missions and focus on resting until they made a full recovery. Afterward, Jenna secretly visited them to reveal the truth. The association president, as well as others, suspected there was a high-ranking mole in the association. Since Simone and she were now known to the enemy, they needed to lay low. Their temporary suspension was to protect them and serve as a smokescreen. Externally, the radical purists needed to be handled with caution. Internally, dealing with the mole would inevitably disrupt their plans. Jenna didn't really talk about the spatium core. She just gave MC a look and told her to be patient. Okay. Chaotic energy courses through her blood. The burning sensation in her chest is more intense than the pain from her injuries. Unable to sleep, she tosses and turns. Then she finally sits up and turns on the bedside lamp. Her heartbeat is faster than usual. She gently presses her hands against her chest and rests her head on her knee. I can't believe I ended up absorbing the spatium core. Why me? She absorbed it? Another one? Another sharp pain strikes her chest as several strange energy streams are torn apart. They proceed to merge together and create an endless, restless...
장숙한테 우리가 가이아 연구센터에 있을 때의 이야기를 들은 적이 있니?
Have you ever heard from Josephine about our time together at the Gaia Research Center? So I guess her name is Jang-suk. Sorry, I've never heard Josephine's name in Korean. Or I don't remember it, I mean.
키의 주인은 다른 사람이 될 수 없어. 그것이 봉인하고 또 열어줄 비밀은 오직 너와 관련된 것이니까.
No one else can become the owner of the key. All of its treasures and secrets are linked to you, I think. Grandma. The research materials Grandma left behind might not just be an unfinished story. They could be a link in a much larger chain. You know Corn in the Gaia Research Center. That's where time has sealed away the truth that she... Gaia Research Center. If I remember correctly, it was in what used to be the most prosperous district, now known as N109 Zone. Let's see if there's a key waiting for my return. Ah, she's gonna seek out Silas. Once her injuries are healed, she doesn't hesitate. She reports her next target during her administrative leave to Jenna via a secret comms channel. The ruins of the Gaia Research Center, located in the 109 Zone. Or N109 Zone. Oh no. Please don't set your cars on fire. Amidst the snow-covered mountains stands a building of precise geometric perfection. The Fractal Library. Ah! Okay, that's so fascinating. I still think about Zane and the Fractal Library. It was erected at an unknown time. The library doors slowly open. Wearing robes, a young boy with snow-white hair pushes them open. Soft, ethereal light spills out from behind the doorway and touches the snow. The boy looks down and gently scoops up a small white creature by his feet.
약속한 7년이 다 됐어. 십시라, 이제 신원자님을 찾으러 가자.
It's time to collect what's due from the 7-year promise. Sichi, we need to pay the emissary a visit. Who is this? Also, the emissary. Okay, no. Sorry, I'm mixing up my Genshin lore now. Wrong emissaries. Okay.
그분은 7년 동안 어떻게 보내셨을까? 친구들과 잘 지내셨겠지? 논문은 통과하셨으려나?
This is interesting. Who is he talking about? I wonder how he is. How has he spent these 7 years? Is he getting along with his classmates? Did he succeed in his thesis defense? As the white light fades, the boy's foot sinks into soft. Snowflakes fall onto his head. Surprised. Is the boy the one who is maintaining the Fractal Library, the one that we heard about earlier? I thought that was Zane, to be honest, or like a form of Zane. But now I wonder. And he mentioned a thesis defense, so it also makes me wonder, because I feel like Zane's the only one who went to college. So I'm wondering if at the end of like the Fractal Library, the person that he meets who comes in, if that was Zane.
도서관이 왜 여기에 나타난 거지? 내가 주문을 잘못 외웠나?
Oh, why did the library turn up here? Did I mess up the incantation? The white creature suddenly leaps down the way. Its tail playfully draws arcs in the...
십시라, 아무리
예.
눈을 오랜만에 봤다지만 이렇게 멋대로 걸면 어떡해?
I know you haven't seen snow in a long time, but how can you just run off like that? The boy hastily grabs his traveling bag and runs after the creature. He manages to catch his tail before he falls face first into... I think he... Oh, you know what? It's possible he turned up in the mountains because that is where Zane is. Because he said he's searching for that person, and it might be Zane. Behind him, the massive library doors slowly close. Oh. He raises his hand only to realize he left the excessive bracelet the emissary gave him in the library.
해답에서야 오늘만은 제발 자비를 베풀어. 여기가 어딘지 좀 알려줄래?
Book of Answers. Just one. Would you please tell me where I am? His bag suddenly bulges as a thick book emerges from it. Opening itself, it rapidly flips through its pages before finally materializing 2 words. Arctic. I really do think that's where Zane is.
임천시로 돌아가려면 얼마나 걸려?
How long will it take to get back to Lincoln City? The Book of Answers flips its pages once more. 8,000 kilometers. Hi, Mizu. How good are you at breaking into cars? I'm from Jersey. Oh my gosh. In the desolate Arctic, a boy and his companion silently drag their luggage, their figures gradually vanishing. Endless expanse of white. This is so strange. What is happening? What is going on? Karan. Karan, as in the one who ferries people across or through the river Styx. Leaving the southern area of Lincoln City, Mi-young drives down Blair Boulevard. The scenery on both sides of this wide street slowly deteriorates. After she installed the anti-interference chip Silas sent her on her motorcycle, she's been able to freely pass through the proto-field disrupted no-hunt zones number 62 to 65 and arrive at what was once the most prosperous tech hub in the region. Now it has become a criminal's paradise, the N109 zone. The abandoned building where she first met him still stands in the desolate courtyard. Come to think of it, a lot of time has passed since her initial meeting with the feared leader of Anakinus. I should just go back to Crow. After entering the N109 zone, the streets remain deserted. Not a soul could be seen, but it becomes livelier as she approaches this center. A river of people flows through the street. They surge with her towards the same destination. What's going on? It sounds like it's coming from Karen. Oh, what the heck is that? Above the streets, massive holographic screens glow neon blue. They display live footage of the district's 4 areas. A scarred woman is bandaging a knife wound in her shoulder at a street corner, and a boy who cornered a wanderer in a dark alley rips out its protocore with his bare hands. A gang member plunges a dagger into his companion's chest. Isn't Karen supposed to be a trading hub? Why are they fighting? At the top of the display, rows of names and numbers flicker rapidly. Old ones are erased as new ones appear in their place. Is this some kind of competition? Nothing happens and the N109 zone surprises her. She turns her attention away from the massive display and keeps trying to call Silas. When I visited the odd workshop, its owner knew Grandma. They were probably colleagues. If I want to find out where the Gaia Research Center was located, he probably has some. Silas had raced through the street to get them to the odd workshop. He was unfamiliar with the N109 zone. To find it again, the most effective way would be to ask Silas. Not answering. Fine, I'll just fetch him from Crow's base. Driving her 270 HM, I don't know what that means. She's about to make a turn into the alley ahead when a bullet whizzes past her. It grazes her temple. Holy shit, she's getting shot at now! This is a very exciting chapter. Her body lurches to the side as she dodges, but the momentum sends her bike sliding until it crashes into a corner. It's completely wrecked. Guys, motorcycles are scary. Drive safely. She barely regains her footing when another bullet tears through the air. It's heading straight for her. A cane flashes before her and deflects the bullet. It ricochets into the wall and leaves behind a smoking hole in it.
젊은이, 고개를 숙이고 잘 보게나.
A young one.
앞은 마음대로 들어갈 수 있는 곳이 아니야.
Watch where you're going. There are places that you shouldn't just wander anywhere you want. At her feet, a thin orange-red laser stretches across the street, the buildings on both sides of the street. Yeah, poor motorcycle.
카론에서는 3년에 한 번 비스트 게임이 열리지. 레이저선 아니 바로 사냥 구역이야.
The F is this? Chiron is hosting its triennial Zoion hunt right now. Everything beyond that line is in the killing zone. Is it just the Purge? Is it just the Purge? Do they just host the Purge every year?
발을 들이면 정찰기에 찍혀 자동으로 경기에
Or every 3 years, I guess? One step is all it takes for the surveillance drones to lock onto you with their multi-line systems. Then they'll automatically register you as a participant.
N109 구역의 모든 악당이 길을 잘못 둔 새끼 양을 사냥하려 기다리고 있어.
Every criminal in the N109 zone is waiting to hunt down the lost lambs who walk in. The F? She dusts herself off and gets up. Who are you? The man before her appears to be in his 50s or 60s. His white hair is neatly combed under a gentleman's hat, and he's using an old-fashioned cane as support. He stands in stark contrast to the chaos of these streets.
명계의 강을 건너는 나그네시.
I'm a ferryman of the river Styx. Oh my gosh, I was right.
카론 맞은편에 가려는 건가?
Are you planning to cross Chiron's river? Like a king surveying his domain, he turns to look at the eastern and western districts of Chiron that are surrounded by orange laser barriers.
내가 자네를 데리고 이곳을 지나가지.
Shall I be your
어때?
guide? What do you think? Sure. But will I be safe if I follow you? He reaches behind his ear and produces a round chip no bigger than a fingernail.
내장 아이디 코드야. 이걸 지니고 있으면 자신의 생체 정보를 숨길 수 있어서 잡히지 않지.
This is an ID camouflage code. If you have one, it masks your biometric data so you can't be traced.
나에게서 세 걸음 밖으로 떨어지지 않으면 자네도 은폐 범위 안에 들게 돼.
As long as you stay 3 steps ahead of me, you'll be within its range of concealment. Tech like this, he's definitely not just a random passerby. I'll be frank. I hope you don't plan on doing any tricks.
염려하는 건 이해하네. N109 구역 같은 곳에서는 경각심을 높여야 내일을 살 수 있지.
I understand why you're concerned, or why you're cautious. In a place like the N109 zone, being cautious is what keeps you alive.
가자.
With her biometric data masked, she follows this unfamiliar elderly man, the devastated Eastern Karen. Interesting imagery. She's crossing the river Styx into the land of the dead, I guess. Okay, the Zoyan hunt. The stench of gunpowder and blood fills the streets, and the continuous metaflux explosions makes her heart pound like a drum. If you're not like those criminals, then you shouldn't mind answering a few questions. What are the rules for the Zoyan hunt? A cold wind sweeps past them, and 3 humanoid wanderers crash into a roadside shop. They grab and tear a person's limbs apart. Why is this so gruesome and gory? But then a sudden protocore explosion engulfs the storefront.
보다시피 원시 사냥이야.
As you can see, they are primal hunts.
인간들은 서로가 사냥꾼과 사냥감이 되어 카론의 주인에게 소원을 빌 수 있는 골드 하나를 강탈해.
People become hunters and prey to fight for a gold coin. With that coin, they'll be granted one wish from the Lord of Charon.
마지막에 골드를 가지고 중앙 아레나에 들어가 끝까지 서 있는 사람이 승자가 되지.
At the end, whoever enters the central arena with the coin and remains the last one standing becomes the winner. From the upper floor of a shop, a drunken man leans halfway out, quietly raises his gun in their direction.
이볼 무기, 코어 무기, 그리고 자신의 주먹 외에도
You can use your evil weapons, protocore weapons, and your own fists. A roar resounds before the bullet can leave the gun. They remain untouched, as their would-be attacker falls, his chest pierced by metaflux.
유랑체도 그들이 서로 사냥하는 수단이야.
Wanders are also another weapon that people use to hunt each other. The drones record everything. The screens immediately cycle between shots of death and victory. And somewhere in the darkness, thunderous cheers erupt from the crowd. This is... What kind of, dystopia is the N109 zone? We only caught a bit of a, honestly, kind of a glimpse of it last time, so... Jesus Christ.
안타깝군.
What a waste.
저 사람을 본 적이 있는데
I've seen him before.
술을 안 마실 때는 나름 대단해.
He's quite impressive when he's not drunk. The man stops, his hands clasped over his cane. He closes his eyes as if to observe a moment of silence for the deceased.
좀 야만적이지.
It's brutal,
놀라지
isn't it?
않았으면 좋겠군.
I hope you weren't frightened. It takes more than that to scare me. I've witnessed deaths worse than that.
그래. 인생은 항상 급작스럽지.
That's right. Life does have a way of surprising us. Stepping over the fallen body, he leads her to a place with a brilliantly lit sign that reads, Elysium, the true paradise. What is with these... Okay. I mean, it's fun because I love Greek mythology. There's so many Greek references here. Are they safe? The familiar bar is packed tonight. Everyone clutches their drinks as they're gathered around a screen that's broadcasting the Zoyan hunt.
최신 예측이 나왔어. 우수한 유망주라 확실히 이길 거야. 믿져야 본전이지. 자, 붙어.
The latest predictions are out. You don't want to miss the guaranteed winner. All right, everyone. Join in.
그러다 테이블 부서지겠어요.
Stop banging my
이
tables.
작은 휴전 구역에 숨어서 흥청망청하다니 스스로가 한심하지 않아요?
Don't you think that hiding out in my sanctuary and drinking your life away is too much?
내가 술값을 안 내는 것도 아니고 나가서 맞아 죽는 것보다 여기서 술 마시다가 죽는 게 나아.
It's not like I don't pay for my drinks. Rather than stepping out of here and getting killed, it's better to drink myself to death in here. Amidst the cacophony of voices urging people to place their bets, this dangerous business brewed from human lives proves to be very enticing.
올해 베팅하는 사람이 꽤 많네요.
There are a lot of people betting this year,
하지만 그 유망주에게는 사냥 일이 타깃이 되는 게 좋은 일은 아닐 거예요.
but being the hunt's primary target isn't really a blessing.
기회는 언제나 위험 속에서 탄생하지. 이건 비스트 게임의 전통적인 규칙이야.
Opportunity is always born from danger. It's a traditional rule of the Zoyan hunt. So I just noticed because, like, I mean, I heard it earlier, but I guess I just, like, wasn't really that focused. But it's interesting that he called it the Beast game. So let me search up what Zoyan means. Ah, Zoyan is Greek for beast. Oh, that makes sense. Zoo. Duh. I'm dumb. Okay, so I'm just gonna call it the Beast games. The elderly voice cuts through the air with commanding authority. Everyone turns their heads at the same time.
어르신이 오셨다.
Ah, the old man is here.
어르신, 올해는 누가 유력합니까?
Old man, who's your pick this year?
난 친구랑 할 얘기가 있으니
I have something
자넨
to
여기서 좀 기다리게.
I have something to discuss with a friend. Will you wait here for a moment?
참, 여기 세트 메뉴가 꽤 맛있어. 술도 나름 괜찮고. 괜찮으면 한번 먹어봐.
The meal sets here are good, and the drinks are nice too. If you're interested, give them a try. She nods politely. However, she's decided not to touch the food in this plate.
어머? 우리 가게 술이 나름 괜찮은 정도라뇨. 어르신도 참 까다롭다니까.
Oh my, just calling our drinks decent? You've become picky, Gramps. Okay, so for once, our MC Army Young is being careful enough not to eat food from strangers. Jesus Christ, this girl. I will never let go of the fact that she just drank all of that wine the first time she met Silas. Like, that was crazy. A pair of lemon-scented hands encircle her neck, but they quickly pull away before she retaliates. The owner of Elysium moves to face her.
또 만났네요. 우명 같은 거물도 다 알고 대단하네요.
We meet again. You're really something else if you know someone like him. Who is he exactly?
카론의 주인이죠.
He's the Lord of
카론
Charon.
시장의 실질적인 소유자면서 비스트 게임의 주체자예요.
As the owner of Charon, he's the one who hosts the Beast games. Oh, I see. So it was his fault all along.
시장 정중앙에 있는 아레나도 그의 사업이고요.
The arena at the center of the market also belongs to him. The Charon is supposed to be a free trading zone. How can a place like that have an owner?
이 문제를 궁금해하는 게 당신만은 아니에요.
You're not the only one who's curious about
그런데
that question.
우어르신의 이력은 말이죠.
But considering his background,
아무튼 극락의 경계가 개업한 지 이렇게 오래됐어도 그의 과거에 대해선 조금도 들어보지 못했어요.
Elysium has been open for years, but I haven't heard anything about his past.
아, 당신과 친한 그 크로우 보스 진훈도 그와 영역 구분은 확실히 하더라고요.
Even Crow's boss, Jinoon, Silas, keeps away from him. Come to think of it, Silas hasn't mentioned him before.
초면도
Ooh,
아닌데
seems dangerous.
자기소개나 할까요? 저는 애슐링이에요.
Since it isn't our first time meeting, shall we introduce ourselves? My name is Aslin. Miyoung.
뭐 좀 시킬래요?
Would you like to order something? I'll pass. I didn't bring my wallet. Aslin's lips curl into a mysterious smile.
극락의 경계에선 꼭 돈만 받으란 법은 없어요. 우리가 제공하는 서비스도 밥 한 끼가 다는 아니죠.
Okay. So I'm just searching up random things, but Aslin is a feminine Irish name that means dream or vision. We don't always collect payment in cash, and our service extends beyond just filling empty stomachs. Before she can ask for details, Dimitri returns and gives her an...
내 일은 다 처리했으니 갈까?
I finished my business.
이 길로 바래다 주지.
I'll escort you out. Behind the counter, Aslin lowers her voice and winks.
앞으로 특별히 필요한 게 있으면 여기로 와서 대식가 메뉴를 주문하세요. 20% 할인해 줄게요.
If you need anything special in the future, ask for the connoisseur's menu. I'll give you a 20% discount.
잘 가요. 다음에 또 오세요.
See you. Yeah, see you again. Okay. As she steps outside, gunshots, screams, and maniacal laughter fill her ears once more. It's hard to believe that this refined elderly man beside her is a master, or the master, of a hellish domain. So, I heard you're the Lord of Karan. Sorry. So, I heard you're the Lord of Karan. Wow, I did not enunciate, or I did not, like, pronounce stress on the correct syllable there. My bad. Why are you hosting these death matches? Why do you host the Beast Games? Do you enjoy watching people fight and kill each other?
싸우고 죽이고 수단과 방법을 가리지 않고 살아남는 게 이곳의 생존 방식이야.
Fighting, killing, surviving by any means that you can. That has always been the way of life here.
비스트 게임이 있든 없든 N109 구역에서는 그런 게 끝없이 펼쳐지지.
With or without the Beast Games, the cycle of violence would continue perpetually in the N1. Still, man. With Dimitri leading the way, every danger they encounter becomes something to walk past. It allows her to safely traverse this lawless battlefield. Mephisto! Mephisto has found us! Maybe. Just as she's about to step over the thin orange-red laser, a familiar crow breaks the... Across the street, Mephisto perches on a lamppost. He looks at her and tilts his head. Hi.
자네 친구가 마중 나왔군.
It seems your friend is here to pick you up. The cane falls onto the laser line, and the Lord of Kharan stops at the edge of his territory, taking not a step further.
내 생각엔 다음 재회는 분명 이번보다 더 빠를 거야.
Oh, the way... Wow. The way he said that. So menacing. I think that the next time that we meet will be much sooner.
내 생각엔 다음 재회는 분명 이번보다 더 빠를 거야.
What do you mean?
내 호위 임무는 여기서 잠시 끝났다고. 또 보자.
I'm saying that my duty as your escort has come to an end. See you again. Dimitri watches her leave with an unwavering smile, like an ordinary old man out for a walk in the park. Oh, fuck. Oh, no. Well, that was disturbing. Alright, chapter 4. With Mephisto as her escort, she arrives at the familiar base without a hitch. Thanks. As soon as she enters the building, she hears a violent explosion from one of the rooms. Is Crow's base also involved with the Beast Games? The room is dark. Mindful of Silas's sensitive eyes, she turns on a floor lamp at its lowest setting. In the center of the room stand 4 egg-shaped gaming pots. 3 of them are rocking back and forth, their surfaces covered in LED lights pulsate in tandem with the explosion sound effects. Oh my god. They're just gaming. They're just gamers. She walks up to Silas's gaming pod and knocks on it several times. Silas! Silas! Mephisto's been caught. The base is surrounded. They're after you. Absorbed in his virtual world, Silas doesn't respond. Come on. She walks away and settles into the fourth gaming pod, the only one that's empty. This is so silly. What is happening? Inside, the surrounding screens transform into an endless expanse of stars. Realistic sound effects immediately fill her ears. She fires up her spaceship and sets off to pursue Silas's team. She locks onto the engines of the first ship she sees, grips the controls, and opens fire.
누가 이렇게 잔인한 거야?
Who was that? That was brutal. Pressing home her advantage, she targets the next ship. It's immediately destroyed. Bye, Luke. And just like that, only one ship remains in the game aside from her. It must be Silas's. Activate the ship AI and lock onto ship Q313.
위치를 파악했습니다.
Target spotted. Initiate tracking. Divert all power to the engines. Don't let him escape. Her ship's engines disperse with brilliant blue light as she surges towards Silas's vessel. Ship Q313 remains unfazed. It gracefully spins away from her attacks as she closes in. However, the elegant move proves to be costly. The ship's tail grazes a meteor, which triggers a red warning light in Silas's cockpit. The simulation ends with the blaring alarm still echoing as the gaming pod slowly opens. Silas emerges and removes his hologram helmet.
오자마자 화를 내네. 반쪽 세상이 날아갔겠어. 이제 만족해?
Seems you were angry. You blew up half the battlefield too. Are you satisfied now? I'm short on time. After I ask my question, I'll go. She expected him to make some excuse about losing the game. Instead, he furrows his brow while he stares at her. What?
좋은 걸 먹었네.
You had something nice to eat? No, I was just at Elysium. The owner and I caught up. Oh.
시침이 떼기는. 시침이 떼기는.
I don't know the word that he's using, but the tone is very like coffee. As he speaks, he moves closer to her as if sensing something. A special protocore. Is it an ether core?
에테르 core?
Oh, sorry, that's him. Special protocore. Is it an ether core? Silas's accurate assessment catches her off guard. While trying to keep the energy within her stable, she turns to look at him and responds with an inquisitive smile. What's wrong? Weren't you always hoping I'd get stronger?
누가 먹였어?
Who gave it to you? Ah! Who fed it to you? I see! Oh, I see. So earlier when he said, you ate something, it seems you ate something nice, he means the protocore. Or the spatium core. I see. Congrats, Ahmed! Who fed it to you? It's related to an incident. A few days ago, the Hunter Association's protocore transport vehicle was attacked. I was on it.
들었어.
I heard.
N109 구역 사람들이 너희 협회가 큰 손해를 본 그 장면을 즐겨보더군.
The association getting humiliated was an excellent source of entertainment for the N109s. A strange person infiltrated the group of attackers. She found me and started talking about these bizarre things. The stuff is still uncertain, so she decides to tell Silas only the simplest parts. Just as I was on the verge of losing consciousness, my body instinctively absorbed the spatium core. Adam's apple bobs once. She catches a glimpse of the protocore in his eye, emitting a dizzying red glow. Oh, is that why his eyes are red? Oops. Before she can get a better look, he walks to the minibar. He downs a glass of liquor in one go. The turbulent energy within her finally settles down, and she realizes Silas is locked in an intense battle against his desire for protocores.
네가 새 코어를 자랑하러 왔을 가능성은 배제하고 이번에 N109 구역에는 뭐하러 온 거야?
let's set aside the fact that you're here to show off your shiny new protocore. What brings you to the N109? She walks to him and brings up a holographic map on her watch's inner. This map was created during Lincoln City's final field survey before the Chrono Rift catastrophe.
그래서
And as she continues to zoom in on the display, the words Gaia Research Center appear on the map. The person who almost killed me said I first appeared here, during one of the Unicorn research team's experiments. Silas glances at it before turning his attention to the chessboard on the table. Oh, the chessboard!
그런 허튼 소리를 믿다니.
You believe that nonsense? I need to go there and find answers. Then I'll know if she's lying or not. Their last game ended in a draw, so she quietly joins the chess match as Silas remains quiet. After surveying the chessboard, she moves up her rook from the back rank. When I was younger, I had doubts about my past. Later, I figured that so long as I was healthy and safe, none of it really mattered. But a human heart shouldn't contain a protocore. I need to find out who I really am instead of waiting for the mysterious people to find me. As soon as she reaches for another piece, Silas immediately captures one of her pawns.
그 후에는 출신을 알아내면 지금보다 더 좋아질 수 있을까?
And after that, do you think that learning about your past will make things better? When I see people, whether close or distant, suddenly racing towards a destination, refusing to accept the unfavorable position, she looks at the chessboard again. She takes her knight, her only chance for a breakthrough. The one who seems to stay still may be left at a disadvantage forever.
그렇게 보이는 것뿐이야.
That's just how it
일단
appears.
네가 행동을 취하기 시작하면 적에게 허점을 남기게 될 테지.
First, before you make your move, you give your opponents an opening.
멈추고 기회를 기다리는 게 가장 좋은 선택일 때도 있어.
The best move might not be to make a move at all. As he speaks, he taps her king. It's safe for now, but it's trapped in the setup for a pincer attack. There's little hope of escape. What about you? Before he can pull back his hand, she quickly grabs her queen and points it at Silas's eye. Your fusion with the protocore couldn't have been a coincidence either. Is that a friendly piece of advice or a warning? In their brief standoff, he finally shows his first smile of the day.
내 상황은 아무런 참고 가치도 없어. 방금 한 말은 그냥 네 집중력을 분산시켜 체스에서 이기려고 그런 거야.
My situation isn't a good reference point. Or it's meaningless to, refer to my position or my point. Those words were nothing but a distraction so I could win the game. Silas grabs a chess piece from her hand. Taking her wrist, he guides her to the floor-to-ceiling window. As the curtains slowly part, they reveal the night sky. Below them is the N109 zone in its entirety.
2034년 이후 N1099 구역은 이미 여러 차례 개축됐어.
Since 2034, the N109 zone has undergone multiple rounds of reconstruction.
바깥 세계를 좀 봐. 어느 길이 너의 그 골동품 지도와 상응하지?
Look at the outside world. Can you match any of the roads to that old map of yours? The one straight streets become a maze. Nearly all the landmarks have vanished. Surely the people who used to live here,
도망갔어.
they left. Ever's agent handlers for gathering intel? I don't understand this sentence. I have no idea what the sentence was supposed to be.
죽었어.
They're dead. What about the odd workshop's owner? Surely he's...
공교롭게도 어제 먼 길을 떠나서 빨라도 다음 달에나 돌아올 거야.
He left town yesterday. He won't be back until next month at the earliest. She frowns as her leads get cut off before her.
그렇게 알고 싶어?
Do you really want to know that much? Even if I didn't, people keep forcing me to find out. He pushes her closer to the window. Then she realizes it. The only person who knows the truth has been here all along.
저기, 지하.
There, underground. Following Silas's gesture, she sees it, the massive holographic screen in the... It's the heart of the beast game she experienced today. Paradise of bloodshed and revelry. The Charon Arena. Zane, don't poke me. Join the game. Join the game? Oh no. Bad idea. The massive holographic display makes everything feel strangely unreal. The latest rankings continue to scroll by. The individual in first place has remained unchanged since this afternoon. To hold the top spot for so long in such a brutal hunt, he must be strong.
어젯밤부터 저 사람이었어. 확실히 나쁘지 않더군.
He's been at the top since last night. He's definitely not bad. Each change in the rankings marks the end of another life. They know it's suicide, yet they still eagerly rush in. Is that coin really worth it?
많이도 알고 있군.
I see you know something.
하지만 이 게임에 참가한 사람 중 골드를 노리는 자는 30%에 불과해.
But fewer than 30% of people are there
애니의
for that
공부
coin.
구역에서 더 중요한 건 사냥의 욕망, 피해 굶주린 본능, 영토를 차지하기 위한 자본.
Oh my. In the N109 zone, what matters more is the desire to hunt, the thirst for bloodshed, the craving for domination.
또는 자신의 투항을 증명할 수단이지.
Or it could also be a way to prove one's loyalty. He steps away from the window and the curtains close behind him. Through the gap, a red X appears over the first place portrait before it vanishes forever from the... Based on your experience, how much longer will the hunt last? Since the dazzling neon lights have been blocked, her thoughts become clearer. The safest option would be to search under the arena after the hunt ends.
상황을 보니 내일 결승전에 들어갈 수 있겠어. 이 단계는 항상 빨리 끝나서 길어봐야 일주일에 불과할 거야.
Looking at the current situation, the finals will start tomorrow. The stage always ends quickly. It never goes beyond 6 or 7 days.
이번 게임은 사람이 더 많아져서 결승전이 훨씬 격렬할 거야.
This year's hunt has some extra stakes, so the
이틀 안에
finals will be more
승부가 날
intense.
테고.
Perhaps it'll be over in 2 days. He walks to the sofa with measured steps and takes a seat.
아레나는 철거될 거야.
And that arena will be demolished. What?
아레나가 타깃이 지 오래됐거든. 애석하게도 주인은 더 이상 젊지 않고 날카롭던 발톱도 전부 다 쇠약해졌지. 저곳을 호시탐탐 노리는 대머리 독수리들은 비스트 게임이 끝나면 연장전을 치르기로 미략을 맺었어.
Many have coveted the arena for years, but the owner isn't as young as he used to be. His grip on power isn't the same, so the vultures circling his territory already have a silent agreement in place. They'll host an overtime match once the Beast Games are over. Looks like participating in the Beast Hunt is my last chance to find the Gaia Research Center. And breaking into the arena by herself is no easy. Who knows what awaits in the ruins of the Research Center? I can't waste too much of my energy on fighting. I need an ally. Oh! I see. Oh, is that why they were shooting at everybody? Man, what are we getting ourselves into, guys? Her gaze falls on Silas, who's sitting on the sofa.
날 이용할 생각은 하지 마.
Don't even think about using me. You've been watching the hunt unfold from the sidelines. Don't tell me you haven't been plotting something.
지금 속셈이 가득한 건 너 같은데?
The one who seems to be full of schemes is you. Pin him down. Oh no, that's exactly how he likes it. Pretending to threaten him, she playfully pins him down on the sofa. You said you don't mind me using you, and right now, I really want to use you so I can get into the arena. It's not like you'll lose if you join. It's a win-win situation, right?
누군가를 끌어들이려면 그런 꼬드김만으로는 부족할 텐데. 실망하게 해서 미안하지만 난 손님이 있어서 너랑 이 비스트 게임을 할 수가 없어.
Okay. God. When you want to drag someone into something, flattery and tricks aren't enough. I'm sorry to disappoint you, but I have guests, so I can't join you in your beast game. Who? Zane. That would be funny if it was Zane. I doubt it, though. The boys aren't allowed to meet each other. There's a knock at the door. Luke and Kieran, who had left the gaming pods, have returned. Their voices come through from the other side.
보스, 방금 수아한테서 에버가 이번에 가져온 물건을 전부 처리했다는 보고를 받았습니다.
We just received a report. We've taken care of all the goods ever brought this after.
다 처리하지 말고 일부는 살려놔.
알겠습니다.
보스, 그 근처에 설치는 것들이 있습니다. 저희가
Leave a few alive. There's no need to be too thorough. Yes, sir. There are a few troublemakers in the arena boss, or area boss. Can we?
너희가 알아서 해.
You already know what to do.
감사합니다, 보스.
Thank you, boss. Oh dear. What a bottom, right? Your guests are from Ever?
합리적인 섬 이야기를 하고 싶다면서 일부러 나를 찾아오는데 나야 주인의 도리를 다해야 하지 않겠어?
They said that they had a profitable deal to discuss and tracked me down all the way here. So, shouldn't I play the role of a gracious host? You're planning to take them all down?
마음에 안 들어?
You don't like that? I do, actually. With a graceful stride, he helps her stand, grabs her shoulders, and turns her around.
가자. 어차피
go.
너도 할 일 없으니까 그들이 무슨 좋은 물건을 준비했을지 같이 보러 가자고.
You don't have anything like to do either, so let's see what presents they brought. After their high-speed ride, they find themselves before some ruins. They're shrouded in mist and gun smoke. The air is thick with chaotic energy fluctuation. Frowning, she kicks aside some unidentified debris and picks up a broken half of a wine bottle. 100-year-old wine, empty jewelry boxes. Don't tell me these are your welcome gifts. Silas casually responds as he slowly circles the area and takes in everything.
맞춰봐. 내가 약속 장소에 나가지 않을 걸 뻔히 알면서 성의 있는 척 이런 수법을 쓰는 이유가 뭔지.
Let me guess. They know that I won't show up, so they're playing a game of pretense. Yeah, okay. Can you guess why? Oh, sorry, that came first. Either Ever is confident enough to think you'll accept their deal, or the deal is just a front. They're hiding something that can be used against you.
그러니까 난 그들이 천천히 그 치명타를 쓸 때까지 기다릴 인내심이 없어.
So I have no
인간은
intention of
궁지에
sitting around
몰려들면
waiting for them to make their
자신을
move.
지키려고 손에 쥔 패를 전부 내보이거든.
People only show their hand when they're backed into a corner and desperate to survive. Silas stops walking, picks up a broken gun stock, still containing traces of protocore energy, and crushes it.
난 이렇게 간단하고 효율적인 방식을 더 선호해.
I prefer a direct, efficient approach. She runs her fingers along the energy residue on the wall, using her eval to sense the fluctuations in the air. Various energy signatures are intermingled. Although they're erratic, they're not particularly strong. If these are meant to deal the killing blow, they're underwhelming.
그래서 그들의 진짜 패는
So their real trump card is... The heck? Nearby, a metal wall suddenly collapses. From the dust and debris, multiple armed figures emerge. Their silhouettes are arranged in a staggering formation. Oh god, I hope we don't have to fight. As electrical currents flicker to life, they reveal how the lower half of each figure's face is a mask made of mechanical components. It's integrated into their bodies. The energy readings are changing. In the blink of an eye, dozens of thin blue beams simultaneously lock onto their foreheads. We kind of are.
드디어 나타났군.
Ah, they finally appeared. Just before the beams pierce them, Silas grabs her and pulls them back. The spot where they once stood is reduced to scorched earth. So, basically, for those who missed it, we are in the N109 zone during something called the Zoyan Hunt, or Beast Games in Korean. The meaning is the same, and it's basically a big battle royale slash the Hunger Games slash Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Basically, everyone is trying to kill themselves for a single gold coin so that they can ask the rich man who owns the area for a wish. It's messed up. It's really messed up. The N109 zone is fucked up, guys. She's just about to catch her breath when the beams converge on them again.
내 뒤로 와.
Get behind me. A black-red mist spreads out like a net. It lunges at the blue beams that are attacking them. You thought it was the Mr. Beast game? It kind of is, right? It kind of is. The mist disintegrates instantly as surging shockwaves and countless energy beams violently burst from all directions. Silas immediately creates another barrier of mist to shield them, but in the blink of an eye, most of it has already been destroyed. Those energy beams, they can nullify your evil?
반물질 무기. 정말
Antimatter
재미있는
weapons.
물건을 가져왔을 줄이야.
It seems that they did bring something interesting. He wipes away the blood from his neck, but the wounds show no sign of healing. Oh wow, he got hit. Hal thought of this idea in Love and Deeps. I don't know, man. I don't know what they're thinking, ever. The figures raise their weapons at the same time to take aim again, yet Silas responds with a smile instead of being angry. He gathers a more powerful energy storm in his hand. This isn't good. They'll wear down Silas at this rate. Spotting her motorcycle nearby, she quickly dashes towards it, using the scattered cover for protection. Dude, your motorcycle does not work right now. More explosions. After another explosive blast, she races through the lingering dust cloud and returns to Silas's side. Thundering roar of her bike's engine envelops them. I thought you crashed your bike. How does it still work? Come with me. The motorcycle roars at full throttle as they weave through the N109 zone. The sound of gunfire is hot on their heels. She ducks and dodges the explosions around them while Silas sits back in the passenger seat. He wields his protocore weapon as if he's playing a shooting game. Are those really antimatter weapons? Silas, were they specifically designed to take you down?
질 낮은 모조품일
They're just cheap knockoffs.
그리고
Keep your eyes on the road, and a group of shadowy figures closing in behind them falls as Silas's evil strikes them down.
나도 혼자가 아니야. 여기 너도 있잖아.
I'm not alone. You're here too. Two motorcyclists in black close in from both sides. They're trying to slam into her at the same time. Oh my god. I'm just a driver who follows the traffic rules. Already at full throttle, she makes a split-second decision to step on the brake. She lets her motorcycle fall back to dodge their coordinated attack. I hope they run into each other.
좀 귀찮네.
How annoying. How are you planning to shake off these guys? They don't have the energy fluctuations she'd seen from these monsters, nor do they show any signs of being modified. But their movements are mechanical and rigid. It's as if they're following someone's commands. We don't have much time. We'll reach Charon in 2 blocks.
그럼 코너를 돌아봐. 실수로 쳐들어가지 않게 조심하고.
Then go into that, turn at that corner. Try not to crash into it. The boundary of the killing zone is ahead. The last untainted street marks the line between sanctuary and hell. A perfect foolproof plan quickly forms in her mind as she pushes her motorcycle's horsepower to its limit. Somehow I doubt this. True, entering with the leader of Crow. Amidst the wild howls of their pursuers, she charges towards the laser barrier. Well, that means I might end up being a target with you. Time seems to slow down as the orange-red light sweeps over the front wheel of their motorcycle. It washes over her bike and Silas who's behind her. Clearly aware of Charon's rules, their masked pursuers stop just before the boundary. They're forced to watch them slip away. That was her plan. Well, I guess they were going in there anyway. They they turn and enter a deserted alley. Her motorcycle finally gives out. Silas and she dismount. Uh-oh, we ended up here after all. Oops. But at least I helped you shake off those pursuers.
그런 흥분 섞인 말투가 아니었으면 정말로 조심성이 없다고 믿었을지도 모르겠네.
If you didn't have such an enthusiastic tone while saying that, then I might have believed it was an accident. Their faces suddenly appear on the district's central screen. They're magnified dozens of times over. In that same instant, the gunfire echoing through the killing zone falls silent. Then, the still air brims with passion as screams resound. They're celebrating, or maybe going wild over Silas's entrance.
네가 원하던 대로야. 이제 우리에게 퇴로는 없어.
You got what you wanted. There's no turning back now. I just helped you out. It's time for you to return the favor. Go underground with me. We need to check and see if the old Gaia Research Center is really there.
목숨을 구해준 은혜를 어떻게 갚아야 하나 했는데.
How should you pay back a life debt?
나도 따르는 수밖에.
But since you asked, I can't do anything but follow you. With Silas's laughter still in the air, she navigates through the alley's debris and barricades and makes her way towards the Charon Arena. But sorry. Ignore me. Wait a minute, I'm starting to think you were planning to swoop in during the finals and catch everyone in your trap.
그럴 리가 있나?
I'd never do such a thing.
하지 않은데.
I'm not nearly as smart as you are. Oh my god. Who played who here? I don't even know anymore, you guys. Who played who? Alright, hunting moment. Let's go. Countless bullets whiz above their heads as they take cover. As soon as she crouches down, a missile destroys half of the wall before her. Silas, watch your head! Oh, ow, that's loud. The blinding white light makes her close her eyes. She feels herself being lifted by a powerful force and pulled into his protective embrace. Silas carries her like a cat. With one arm around her waist, he kicks open a door and rushes into a building. He's always carrying her. Especially with one arm. He loves that. An explosion rocks the building from outside. The entire team is wiped out. You heard Karen Arena? Oh, Charon. So, Charon is the Greek ferryman of the river Styx. So not Karen, Charon.
당분간은 안전해.
We're safe now. Masked men, wanderers, weapons, guns. There's no end to them. They're really determined to take us down.
때로는 너무 강한 것도 죄가 되는 법이지.
Being too strong, it could be a curse in and of itself. She checks the betting leaderboard. Silas's name sits at the top. The amount of people, or money people put on him is several times higher than the contestant in second place. If you're not like everyone else, you get punished. They're definitely targeting you.
첫 출전에 너무 주목을 받아버리니 어쩔 수 없지.
It seems that I've made, quite a splash for my first Beast Games hunt. Or Beast Games. Oh, can't be helped. She shoots him a glance and bets her entire paycheck on his name. Holy crap, MC. Oh my god.
생각해줘서 고맙다고 해야 하나?
Should I be saying thank you? Since you're already in the spotlight, I might as well profit from it. Just keep that first place spot warm and be my decoy. When I get the money, we'll split it 70-30.
공수표야 누구나 날릴 수 있지.
Anyone can make
난
empty
남을
promises.
위해 자기 몸을 바치는 자선가가 아니야.
I'm not an altruistic one. Name your price. If I can afford it, then we have a deal.
너야 당연히 줄 수 있지.
Oh, you can definitely afford it.
다만 네가 주려는지 모르겠네.
But I won't know if you'll want to give it to me. But I don't know if you'll want to give it to me. Or rather, no. You might not want to give it to me. His right eye begins to glow with an eerie red light. Her heart races and she tries to look away so she doesn't get controlled.
축하합니다. 귀하의 배팅 랭킹이 2위로 상승하였습니다.
Congratulations, you're now in second place on the betting leaderboard. Wait, what? Her communication device vibrates just as Silas fiddles with his phone. It's followed by the melodic notification sound of a successful payment. What are you doing?
너한테 걸었어.
I placed a bet on
자,
you.
이제 네 배당률이 이 경기에서 가장 높아.
Now you have the highest odds in the game. I don't know
네가
how.
이기면 나도 많은 돈을 벌 수 있겠지.
If you win, I'll make a fortune.
어때? 같이 걸 거야?
Do you want to match my waiver? Or wager, sorry. I shouldn't have underestimated you. You never make a terrible deal. Don't forget to split the winnings with me. 80-20. She's so silly.
욕심도 크네.
You're so greedy. She is. Sometimes MC's dialogue does entertain me like a lot though. Just as their conversation helps her catch her breath, there's a rustling sound in the corner. She creeps silently towards the source of the sound. Then she turns around with her gun raised.
공격하지 말아요.
Ah, please don't attack me. Her gun is pointed at a frail old woman who's barely alive. Finding someone as old as her in the Beast game seems unbelievable. Oh no, don't trust her. Don't trust her, man. But this is the N109 zone. Instead of lowering her gun, she tightens her grip and takes another step towards her. Oh my god, our MC is making the right decisions for once? Guys, I am impressed. How long have you been eavesdropping? Before she can ask another question, Metaflux suddenly surges. A wanderer materializes, then instantly lunges at the old woman. Look out! Her hunter's instinct takes over before she can think. She tries to protect the elderly woman by throwing herself at her. As she braces for impact, shards of metal flux explode behind her. They're intertwined with wisps of familiar mist. She turns around to see Silas standing behind them. He flexes his wrist while traces of his evol linger around his hand.
제대로 보지도 않고 냅다 뛰쳐나가다니. 너희 협회는 훈련을 참 잘해주나 봐.
I don't watch you properly and you just rush in. The association definitely trained you well. I'm grateful that you rescued me and gave me a backhanded compliment. Just as she tries to push herself up, a sharp pain shoots through her entire body. She looks down. A dagger pulsing with evil energy is lodged in the lower right area of her abdomen, and the old woman's trembling hands clutch its handle. You... Stabbed. Oh my gosh. She got stabbed. But this was believable. Do you know what I mean? I'm glad that the MC for once was cautious, and the reason that she ended up in this was not because she was being stupid, but because she instinctively responded to help somebody being attacked by a wanderer. So it made sense. And now she got stabbed, and it wasn't her fault. Hi, AQ. And our MC just got stabbed.
일부러 그런 게 아니야. 이걸로 유랑차를 죽이려고 했는데 자네가 달려든 거라고.
I didn't do it on purpose. I was trying to kill the wanderer. You're the one who got in the way. I don't know about that, lady. Silas picks her up as the old woman releases her grip on the dagger and...
멍청한 늙은이.
That old fool. A black-red mist starts chasing after her, but she holds back her pain and presses down on Silas's arm. She shakes her head. Let's take care of my wound first. Damn you, Jimmy, right? Our MC just got stabbed. She grabs the first aid kit from the shelf and sinks into the couch. She opens it and searches through its content.
내가 할게.
I'll do it. It's fine. I can handle it.
손이 자꾸 미끄러지는 걸 보니 썩 괜찮아 보이진 않는데.
After seeing you slip so many times, I can see that you can't handle it. It's not that bad. Hey. Black-red mist grabs her arms and lifts her into the air, yet her fall is unexpectedly gentle. She finds herself lying across Silas's lap as he sits on the sofa. The first aid kit lands next to them. Aww.
계속 이렇게 뜯으면 잠금 장치가 망가질 거야.
If you keep slipping like that, you'll break the latch. The medicine sends a sharp pain into her wound. Trying to distract herself, she stares at the tangled cables on the ceiling.
잘 세어봤어? 케이블이 총 몇 개야?
Are you carefully counting how many cables are up there? Shh, don't interrupt me. I only got to 27. Her attention shifts and she meets his watchful gaze.
안 아파?
Doesn't it hurt? No.
억지로 참지 말고 아프면 말해. 욕하고 싶으면 해도 돼.
Oh. Don't tough it out. Don't endure it. You can even curse if you want to. That won't make it hurt less.
그래도 좀 편할 거야.
But you'll feel more comfortable.
효과가 좋아서 시중에서 파는 처방약보다 치유 속도가 10배는 더 빨라.
It's extremely effective since it makes wounds heal 10 times faster than normal. Really? Then the pain is worth it.
거짓말이고.
That was a
이건
lie.
그냥 생리식염수야.
It's just a saline solution. Silas discards a cotton ball after he finishes cleaning the wound. He holds the hemostatic dressing between his palms and he pauses.
정신이 딴 데 팔렸네. 그 노인 때문에 그래?
You're distracted. Because of that old woman? Yeah.
화났어?
Are you mad? I wouldn't say I'm angry. I'm just curious about what made her and the other people who live here turn out like that.
아마 그들은 지금도 그다지 나쁘지 않다고 생각할 거야.
Maybe they don't think anything's wrong with what they've become.
누군가의 눈에는 지옥일지라도 다른 사람 눈에는 파라다이스거든.
In one man's eye, this is hell, and in another's, it's paradise. He applies a small amount of pressure to her wound. She winces and catches the playful glint in his eyes.
지금 스스로 챙길 겨를도 없으면서 남 걱정할 여유는 있나 봐. 사실
You you can barely take care of yourself, but you're going to worry about others?
사실 여기 사람들은 대부분 멍청해.
Actually, most people here are
여기
idiots.
사람들은 대부분 멍청해.
Sorry,
욕망을 위해
are
이것저것
stupid.
빼앗지. 자신이 태어날 때부터 보물을 가지고 있다는 걸 거의 깨닫지 못해.
They run after their desires and never realize the treasure they were born with. Don't tell me you're talking about their lives when you said treasure.
영혼이야.
Their soul. Silas tilts his head slightly and points to his eye.
고작 21g이라 해도 영혼은 우주가 인간에게 부여한 가장 소중한 선물 중 하나야.
Even at just 21 grams, the soul is one of the most precious gifts the universe has given to humanity. When you collect souls, are you basically stealing from the universe?
그래서 지금 화제를 돌리려고 나를 비웃는 건가?
Are you trying to vent your frustration by making fun of me?
일어날 수 있겠어?
Can you get up? You shouldn't underestimate me. She jumps up from his knee and stretches her limbs to prove she's fine.
무리하지 마. 이런 죽기 살기로 하는 게임에서는 조금만 허점을 보여도 승산이 없어질 수
Don't
있어.
overdo it.
지금은
In this game of life and death, even the smallest vulnerability could cost you everything.
나갈 타이밍이 아니니 가만히 있어.
Leaving right now wouldn't be a good idea. Or just stay still. Hearing the sound of gunfire in the distance, she thinks for a bit before agreeing with Silas's assessment. But just as she's about to sit down on the couch, she sees a familiar blue beam appear by Silas. Oh god. Did they just blow Silas up? At the last possible moment, Silas and she leap from the window and narrowly escape the blast. In the depths of the dark alley, familiar figures emerge. It's those masked figures again. They're very persistent.
반물질 무기에 아주 자신이 있나 보군.
They have a lot of confidence in their
정말 나를
antimatter
사지로
weapon.
몰아넣을 수 있을 거라 생각하나 봐.
They genuinely believe those are enough to finish me off. They might, though. What I meant was, don't underestimate them. She glances in their direction while she speaks. There are 5 of them. The alley isn't a dead end, so they can go left and flank them. Silas, draw their attention. I'll intercept them.
계획을 다 세워놨군.
So you've planned everything out. He nods, and he takes 2 steps to position himself as her shield.
살살 움직여. 기습하는 하이에나들 조심하고.
Move quietly. And be careful of those who are lying in ambush. After the final thunderous blast, the dark alley is once again swallowed by nighttime fog and deathly silence. Are you okay?
내가 묻고 싶은 말인데.
That's what I wanted to say. Silas quickly checks her waist for any signs of bleeding. Then he turns his attention to the broken weapons and lifeless figures on the ground.
인원수가 달라. 10명 가까이 줄었어.
This is different from the original count. Almost 10 of them are missing. Hopefully they're already dead somewhere else.
이런 무기가 있으니 10중 8구 숨어서 우리를 공격. 이런 무기가 있으니 그렇게 쉽게 죽진 않을 거야.
They wouldn't die so easily with those weapons.
10중 8구 숨어서 우리를 공격할 다음
They're-
타이밍을 기다리고 있겠지.
They're likely hiding and waiting for another chance to strike.
다음 타이밍을 기다리고 있겠지.
Reminder. I have to give regular reminders that this is Beck's dad's voice. But he's not doing anything sexy right now, so it's not that cursed. How did they know we were here? Did our popularity give us away? Okay. He got very close all of a sudden. Silas takes her wrist and his fingertips brush against her inner arm. Her fingers curl out of reflex. What are you doing? He releases her wrist and holds up an almost transparent chip between his fingers. Oh. What's that? Silas crushes the item and drops its internal components to the ground. It's a tracker. That's how they found them, I assume. We love Beck's dad. We do.
탐지기야.
A tracking device. She tries to think back to everyone who could have planted that on her, but there are too many possibilities. Is this why Dmitri, the leader of Karen, offered to help me of his own accord? But what does he want in return?
어쨌든 여긴 더 이상 안전하지 않아.
In any case, this place isn't safe. Silas takes her wrist again and leads her out of the alley. Oh my gosh. Man, we are getting through a lot of the story. I feel like every chapter as well has like, you know, a lot. I think it has like 13 chapters, so we're like barely halfway there. And we still don't have like... Oh, I think we're gonna steal a car, guys. I remember the trailer had them driving through a car. The cutscene is gonna be sick. Oh, I'm excited. I hope we get to the cutscene tonight. She thought finding a suitable hideout would take a lot of effort. But Silas knows exactly where to go. He quickly leads her to a vintage automobile repair shop near the arena. 2 vintage street lamps flicker inside. A desert highway backdrop and bullet holes decorate the entrance. It's quite fitting for their situation. Is MC from Space Jersey? Yeah. This is Jersey! This is Jersey, guys. No, I'm just kidding. I mean, I hope the Beast games / Death games are not in Jersey. After making sure they weren't followed, she breathes a sigh of relief and pulls up a chair to ease her pain. I think I read that already, actually. Ever just won't quit. Isn't there a way to deal with them once and for all? The arena fights are bad enough as it is.
방금 해치운 것들은 그냥 공격 신호를 받은 꼭두각시일 뿐이야.
The ones...
신호가 동시에 퍼지려면 반드시 신호 중추를 가진 보스가 있어야 해.
The ones we took out were only minions. For signals to be distributed simultaneously, there must be a boss carrying the central control unit.
그의 중추를 처리하면 전체를 마비시킬 수 있어.
Take out the control unit and we disable the entire group. Speaking of which, I detected an unusual metaflux fluctuation when I encountered them. Silas turns around to look at her.
어디가 특수한데?
How was it unusual? I'm not sure how to explain it, but maybe it's connected to that control unit you mentioned.
코어를 가지고 별걸 다 하는군. 몰래 좋은 일을 꽤 많이 했나 보네.
They're carrying around proto-cores like they're toys. They've really been busy. Silas averts his gaze and turns away. He walks to a corner of the shop.
임무가 바뀌었으니 이제 판돈을 올려야지.
Change of plans. We need to step up our game. What?
보스를 찾아내 분해하고
Find the leader,
신호 중추를 파내는 거야.
neutralize them, and extract the control unit. We're going to do reverse tracking? That might work. I'll use those unique fluctuations to locate them. Silas crouches down by the decorative bar counter along the wall. The sound of rummaging soon fills the air. What are you doing? Oh, are you looking for weapons?
배고파. 먹을 걸 찾고 있어.
I'm hungry. I'm looking for food. She sits up. Her interest is piqued. Is this place one of your properties?
그렇다고 할 수 있지.
You could think of it that way.
품이 있는 자는 안목이 탁월하지. 이 차들은 가게 사장의 안목을 충분히 증명하고 있어.
Oh my god. He is flexing on us his money again. Those with a fine taste know how to seek out places that match their standards. The vehicles outside are enough to prove the owner's discerning eye.
괜히 칭찬했네.
Never mind. I overpraised. After retrieving a bag of food from the cabinets decorated like wooden crates, Silas returns to the small table. A look of displeasure is on his face. What did he find? What did he find? Chips?
비상용 재고야. 편식 안 하면 되도록 많이 먹어도.
These are just emergency rations. If you're not too picky, just eat as much as you can. Canned food? That's not too bad. I thought it'd be much worse considering how you acted. Bye-bye, Ahmed. Congrats again on your Cookie Run stuff, or Cookie Run Kingdom stuff.
기지에 삶의 감성이 없다며 까다롭게 굴던 사람이 누구더라?
Who was the one who kept asking for more home comforts at the base? The base is for living, but this place is for surviving. The standards are different. But seriously, have you thought about making your chefs develop canned food? With their skills, we could have a gourmet canned food experience next time we end up in a situation like this. While she keeps rambling, the cans are opened and arranged. Silas gives her a look but doesn't argue. Just watch, it's all cat food. What?
상처 때문에 아픈가? 말을 아무리 많이 한들 아픈 건 계속 아플 거야.
Doesn't your wound hurt? Sorry, are you hurt because of that wound? No amount of talking is going to change that pain. I'm starting to think the medicine wasn't normal. It hurts even more now that I've stopped moving. She takes a huge bite out of the canned luncheon meat. She tries to distract herself from the pain by chewing. As she reaches for the energy drink, his hand hovers above the can, sprinkles a medicinal powder over it. She stares in disbelief. Did you just spike my drink right in front of me? At least she's aware this time. My god, MC has gotten much smarter than the first time she met Silas.
진통제 두 알이면 우리 임천시 우수 헌터님을 쓸어드릴 수 있나 봐.
Are 2 painkillers enough to knock out Lincoln's finest hunter? No.
진통제 완화 작용이 네 반사신경에 영향을 끼칠까 봐 경계하는 건 알겠는데
I know you want to stay alert and you're worried the extended release painkillers will slow your reactions, but
내가 있으면 오늘 밤은 충분히 평온할 거야.
But I'll be enough to keep you safe for the rest of the night. I think he said something like He picks up the can and moves the luncheon meat aside before settling it down in front of her. The small table becomes a chessboard once again, but this time her opponent sends his pieces into her territory to supply his queen.
오늘 밤 긴장을 늦출지 말지는 네가 결정해야 해.
As for whether you want to let your guard down for half the night, you decide. Do we trust him to protect us and keep us safe, guys? Do we trust Silas? I feel like they're getting closer, you know? Since you put it that way. Under his watchful gaze, she alternates between sipping her drink and eating. She quickly replenishes her energy after consuming 3 cans of protein-rich food. The pain gradually dulls. Today's chapter get clapped. That's not the same thing, Kathy! We're not talking about sex right now. Looking at his leftovers, or her leftovers, she notices that Silas has barely touched his food. With a questioning look, she waves the can at him.
배불러.
I'm full. You were full after eating 1 slice of meat? Sorry, you were full.
먹기 싫어.
I don't want to eat.
안 넘어가.
I don't like it. You're the one who said you were hungry. In the dim lighting, Silas fidgets with the can opener. His gaze lingers on a particular vehicle and his interest is evident.
이 세상에서 마지막으로 생산된 슬라이프노네. 여기 사장은 카론에서 어떻게 보물을 숨겨야 하는지 잘 알고 있군.
The last... call it? Silveronus in the world. This shop's owner really knows how to hide treasures in Charon. Sitting with a full stomach only makes her drowsy, so she gets up and follows him into the maze of vintage cars. A distorted figure flashes in her peripheral vision. She turns around only to see her reflection in the glossy black car door. Ooh!
60년 전에 생산된 데몬 제로야. 좌석이 편안하고.
Sex, we were talking about having a gun. Oh my god. But we're not talking about that either. We were talking about the medicine. Thinking she's interested, Silas... Oh wait, he said something. The Phantom Zero produced 60 years ago. Comfortable seats, spacious in the back. Spacious in the back? What are you thinking about for that, huh? Huh? Silas, stop. Thinking she's interested, Silas turns back to stand beside her. Their distorted reflections merge on the car door.
백일몽을 좋아하는 꼬마가 이걸 제일 좋아하지. 너도 마음에 들어?
This model, popular among young dreamers. Are you one of them? Or do you like it? First of all, those young dreamers from 60 years ago should be elders by now. Secondly, this car is cool. This car is cool. I won't deny liking it even if you make fun of me. Oh, I think the young dreamers means boomers. I think he's talking about boomers.
누가 널 비웃는다고 그래?
Who was teasing who? He does something that she can't see, and the pitch black Phantom Zero's headlights suddenly turn on. They cast their beam on another car in front.
백일몽은 나도 자주 꾸지.
I have dreams too. Under the circle of headlights, the car stands like an actor center stage who's waiting for its story to begin. Silas steps into the light with one hand in his pocket. Unhurried, he leans forward with his hand on the car door to get a closer look. Is this what you mentioned earlier? The Sliverino? Or the Sliverno? Oh man, I did not pronounce that word earlier. Or correct earlier.
탐색자라는 뜻이야. 이 자동차 공장이 파산하기 전 마지막 제품이지.
Sliverno means explorer. It was the last model of this company produced before going bankrupt. It sounds like they were exploring different methods to escape their desperate situation. Curious, she peers inside. A fine layer of dust has settled over the interior. Their exploration may not have ended well, but at least the name shows they never gave up hope.
넌 긍정적인 이야기를 하는데 재능이 있어.
You do have a talent for spinning inspirational stories. He looks more relaxed as he's leaning to the side. Against the car door, he looks at her.
사실 궁지에 몰려 활로를 탐색한 이야기 같은 건 없어.
Actually, there was no
그냥
tale about
도중에
surviving despite
반쯤
the odds.
시들어버린 야망만 남았을 뿐이지.
It was only an ambition that withered over time.
죽음의 경계에서 그들은 마지막 집념으로 이 차의 몸과 영혼을 만들었어.
In their final moments, they poured their last defiant breath into crafting this car's body and soul.
그러니까 지금 네 앞에 있는 건 죽은 지 60년 된 야망의 화신이야.
So what stands before you is an embodiment of ambition that died 60 years ago. The car's headlights illuminate one side of him. They're almost blindingly bright. Looking at his reflection in the car window, she can't help but think that if this car had a soul, it'd be just like Silas. She understands what he's trying to tell her. The essence of exploration is desire, and desire in turn fuels ambition. It pushes us to explore beyond our limits. Just like you. You've always been chasing after a certain future.
미래?
A future? That's the feeling I get from you sometimes. There's a future you know the ending to, but you're still determined to reach it. And you're insistent on taking me with you. Silas raises an eyebrow. His body moves in one fluid motion from where he's leaning against the car door. Then he's right in front of her.
내 결말에 네가 있다고 그렇게 확신해?
Are you sure that you're a part of my ending? I'm just making an educated guess based on experience. If I'm wrong, you're free to correct me.
우리 신분을 생각해봐. 나랑 같이 다니는 걸 최대한 부인해야 할 사람은 너야.
Think about, wait. Oh. Okay. You should be the one who's eager to deny being associated with me.
현재 상황을 봐선 넌 가장 좋은 소명 기회를 놓쳤어.
And at this point, you've already missed your chance. Seemingly done with the conversation, he stands up, takes her wrist, and leads her to the Phantom Zero. He opens the back door and tilts his head.
오늘 밤은 여기서 자.
Let's sleep here tonight.
괜찮지?
Sounds good? The backseat is spacious, and the cushions are definitely soft enough. She turns. As expected, Silas chose a Sliverno. He reclines in the driver's seat, his legs propped up on the open door.
불 꺼.
Turn the lights off. Okay. The car lights are off, and darkness once again blankets her. As she lies down, she realizes how much fatigue she's built up from constantly fighting and running around. Her head starts to feel heavy. Yet at times like these, thoughts seem to surface more persistently, beyond her control. Silas? Silas? She looks up through the card window and sees his foot resting on the doorframe. Sways ever so slightly. I can tell you're awake.
네 말투 좀 들어봐.
Listen to yourself.
잠꼬대랑 똑같은 걸.
It sounds exactly like sleep talking. She struggles to sit up and leans against the window. She speaks in a soft voice. I might be half asleep, but I know this plan will work. In 3 hours, it'll be dawn. People have their guard down after waking. And we'll split up and make our move. You'll draw the wanderers away and help me create the conditions for detecting fluctuations. I'll find a way to obtain the control unit the masked people's leader has.
날이 밝으면 따로 움직이자니.
Move at dawn,
여기가
splitting up.
인천시인 줄 알아?
Are you really treating this like it's another Lincoln mission? Lincoln never gives me this much freedom. She blinks slowly and forces herself to stay awake for just a little longer. I'm not playing around. I helped you deal with Ever, so you have to help me get the gold coin. Then I can enter the arena.
내가 싫다고 하면?
And if I don't want to? Well, you can think about why you're really here. His foot stops moving. He fights to stay awake. She sees him stand up and approach her through her hazy vision. Then a large hand steadies her head and gently guides it down, giving it a pat.
잠이나 잘 자. 랭킹 2위.
Get some sleep, ranking number 2. It's actually been quite nice this time hanging out with Silas. I'm spending much less time screaming than I did the first time we hung out with Silas in main story. Connoisseur's desserts. Oh, are we asking someone a favor? Are we gonna head back to Elysium? 3 hours later. Sorry, I couldn't help. Like, you just want to read lines like that in the SpongeBob voice. Fog seeps into the abandoned factory as she nimbly leaps onto a shipping container. She's getting closer to the energy fluctuation she's detected. Soon enough, she spots approximately 10 motionless figures standing in a narrow gap between the containers. 6, 7, 8, 9. The rest of them are here. According to the plan, Silas is dealing with the other contestants and wanderers to obtain the arena entry to a gold coin. Meanwhile, she's tracking down those masked figures, and that's why she's here. I'll take down their leader first. Once I find out who's in charge, the rest will be a piece of cake. She closes her eyes and attempts to channel the Spatium Core's energy. Resonate. From her heart, warm energy surges and envelops her body. Her racing heart is warning her that she might experience an energy overload if she continues. Ooh, it's pretty though. If we die, we're gonna go out real pretty. There. She senses that distinct energy signature and pinpoints the signal source. She leaps down from the shipping container, grabs a masked figure's shoulder to pin him down, and presses her gun against his forehead. With inhuman reflexes, he flips over and knocks her away. His chest doesn't rise or fall as he breathes. Instead, intermittent electrical currents crackle from within. Your leader is an android! Before the other masked figures can raise their guns, she pulls the trigger. The bullet pierces the cold metallic chest above her. As if connected by the same energy source, the surrounding masked figures clutch their chests. Their movements are delayed by a second. She places her palm on the leader's lowered head and detects something unusual. With 2 fingers, she reaches into the eye socket and extracts an artificial eye. Ew! Sparks fly from the severed wires as the machinery still functioning freezes. The masked figures have lost their power source. They fall to the ground one after another and let out pained groans. She holds up the artificial eye to the moonlight. As she's expected, protocore particles within its shell emit a faint glow in the darkness. I'll be taking this. Elysium's neon lights shine as they always do as she arrives at its entrance.
오, 아직 살아있었네요.
Oh, you're still alive. Hey, I'm ranked 2nd on the leaderboard. I can't let all these people lose their money because of me.
예쁜데 착하기까지 하시네요.
Ah, pretty and kind. I need to lay low here for a while, but how am I going to contact Silas?
지금 고민이 많아 보이네요.
It seems you have a lot of worries on your
힘들
mind.
때 밥 한 끼 든든하게 먹고 신체적인 욕구를 충족해야 하죠.
When you have a lot on your mind, you should treat yourself to a meal. It's the body knows what it needs. She sits down at the bar and remembers what Iceland said about offering services beyond filling empty space. I might as well see what this place is really capable of. The connoisseur's menu. I'd like to take a look at the connoisseur's menu. The menu is promptly presented to her. Her gaze sweeps across the peculiar dishes named one at a time until it lands on the last item. Sweet Evil Trap.
이 대식가 메뉴의 모든 요리에는 N109 구역의 과거사가 숨겨져 있어요.
Every dish in the connoisseur's menu tells a story from the N109 zone.
이 마지막 이야기는 아직 시작되지 않았죠.
But the story behind the last one hasn't started yet.
여기서 주문해줄 사람을 오랫동안 기다려왔어요.
It's waiting for someone to order it. Waiting for a long time. 10.5 grams of soul.
고작 21g이라 해도 영혼은 우주가 인간에게 부여한 가장 소중한 선물 중 하나야.
Interesting. Yeah, I thought that was weird. I remembered that too. Silas said 21 grams. Silas practically has I prepared something written, or something for you written all over his face. She closes the menu. I'll order this one then. The red wine marshmallows are sweet, and the pomegranate juice dances across her tongue.
맛이 어때요?
How does it taste? The notes of roasted rosemary and walnut intertwine. Layer by layer, they unfold on her palate in an intricate dance of flavors. It's like him.
손님의 만족은 우리의 가장 큰 원동력이죠.
Your satisfaction is our
이건
greatest source of
계산서예요.
motivation. Here's your bill. She looks at it and sees a 5-digit number. This is the price for one dessert?
물론 지불하고 싶다면 안 될 것도 없죠.
It could be if you're willing to pay that much.
이 숫자를 지도에 입력하고 조회해봐요.
Putting these numbers into a... Oh, they're coordinates. Doesn't the arena block signals?
모든 일에는 예외가 있는 법이죠.
With every rule, there's an exception. She follows Island's instructions. A red dot appears in the previously inactive area. 8 o'clock, West District Docks. An interesting choice in terms of locations. Island brings a finger to her lips.
극락의 경계의 진정한 용도는 이뿐만이 아니에요.
Elysium has more uses than you can imagine. The docks are completely deserted. Abandoned vehicles are scattered haphazardly across the area. Okay, so the cars are definitely symbolic of something. We were talking about that earlier car and how it's kind of like Silas or something like that. I assume, I guess, maybe, I don't know. I don't pay enough attention, but I'm just waiting for the car chase. And I thought we were gonna get it from the previous section, but I guess not yet. All right. The docks are completely deserted. Abandoned vehicles are scattered haphazardly across the area. Come on, Silas. If you don't show up soon, my cover's gonna be blown. Oh, here it comes. Oh! 와! Guys,
늦었네.
you're late.
거래할 때 내가 정시에 도착하면 꼭 실려가는 사람이 있더라고.
When I show up on time for a deal,
그래서
someone gets carried away. I'm fashionably late for good luck.
고맙단 말은 됐고 일단 타.
No need to thank me. Just get in first.
그래도 고마워.
Thanks, I guess.
물건은
What is that? Or where is it? Oh, cute.
네 거야.
For you?
없어.
It's not here.
무슨 의미야?
보다시피
What does this mean?
비스트 아레나의 통행증이야.
As you can see, it's a pass to the arena. Pull him in.
농담할 시간 없으니까.
We don't have time for jokes. Where's the
그
gold
골드는
coin?
분명 손을 댄 흔적이 있어.
It was tampered with, so I fed it to a
무슨
wanderer.
책이 뭐겠지.
이-
걱정할 필요 없게.
We can't have any loose. Oh, pin him down. Oh my god, wait, what is happening?
그걸 없앴다고?
You destroyed it?
비스트 아레나에 들어가는 방법은 또 있어. 약속한 일은 내가 꼭 지킬게.
There are other ways to enter the arena. I can promise you
난
that.
한 번도 신용을 가지고 장난친 적 없어.
I've never lied to you. Know that. This is kind of hot, guys. I love the distrust and how, like, he genuinely seems a little bit offended. And a little concerned.
움직이지 마.
Don't move.
왜 그래?
누가 따라오고 있어.
What is it?
나가려면
Someone's
분명
following
피할
us.
수 없을 거야.
We're going to have to fight if we want to leave.
우린 잠시 휴전하자. 어때?
What about, sorry. Let's call a temporary truce, okay?
몇 번 숨었는지 모르겠네. 우리가 이길 확률은?
You don't know how many you're still in hiding.
네가 있으니까 최소 100%.
If you're here, we have a guaranteed victory. Hold on. Oh my god. Oh my gosh. Cutscene.
생명감이 찾아.
I pray it come to us. Teamwork.
네 명성이 부족한가 봐.
그럼 네가 내 명성
Evil Silas, huh? You should help me fix that.
시점을 바꿔볼까?
Are you changing your mind? Oh my gosh.
명성 올려준 값은 따로 계산할 거야.
I'm charging extra for this. Oh my gosh, she just climbed on his shoulder. I hope she sits on his face. I mean, what?
꽤 잘 맞는데?
Our teamwork is pretty good. Fist bump.
정말 살기 싫어 보여.
Someone's eager to die. Oh. Don't kill me, please.
이제 와서 후회해도 늦었어.
It's already too late for regrets now that you're here.
안정적이네. 운전 솜씨가 좋다.
Nice control, you're good at driving.
불안한 네 운전 실력에 대해 아무도 말 안 해줬어?
Anyone told you your driving stability needs work?
받아들이지 않을 의견은 못 들은 모르지.
Any suggestions I don't consider filed under? Never heard of it. That was really loud. I do feel bad that, like, probably the audio was a little bit quiet on the spoken lines, but 어쩔 수 없어. I was not about to go back. The car emerges from the tunnel and races through the streets of the killing zone. Please don't tell me you went for a joyride earlier.
그건 아니야.
I
그냥
didn't.
밥 먹으러 갔어.
I just grabbed something to eat. You had a meal?
먹고 싶은 걸 못 먹으니 식사 대용을 찾을 수밖에.
I couldn't eat what I wanted, so I had to settle for the next best thing. Come to think of it, she rarely encounters any wanderers while searching for the masked people. She guessed that someone was helping her from the shadows after all. But Silas doesn't look like he enjoyed his food. How were the wanderers? Delicious?
차마 웃음이 안 나올 정도로 맛없어.
They were so unpalatable that it's not even funny.
하하하하하. 그렇게 웃겨?
Is it that funny? She playfully shakes her milk tea. Even though you were starving, you still brought me this?
약속 장소에 빈손으로 오는 건 기본 예의가 아니거든.
Isn't it common courtesy not to show up empty-handed? She pulls up the live feed. The participant count in the top right shows the number 2. That means Silas and she are the only ones left. Everyone's dead, you guys! The gold coin markers flash on the map, but they ignore them. They're headed straight for the arena in the center of the area. Do you really have another way to get in?
있어.
There is one. In the distance, they see a barrier formed by interwoven blue and orange lights. Instead of slowing down, Silas steps on the gas. The car is going to charge into it.
꽉 잡아.
Hold on tight. As soon as they hit the barrier, its violent energy tears their vehicle apart. It's going to be turned into heavy chunks of scrap metal. Silas uses this as an opening. With his e-ball, he tears open the barrier. Her other way to get in was crashing into it?
그러면 안 돼? 어쨌든 들어왔잖아.
Why not? It worked, right? Okay, that is pretty funny. That is pretty funny. Because Silas works from the shadows, so this is a huge subversion of expectations, right? Like, you expect him to have some kind of plan in a way, and then he's just like, nope, I'm just gonna run my car through it. Hi, Louise, how are you? Silas pulls her to her feet in one fluid motion. She takes a moment to steady herself before looking at their surroundings. Oh, is this Lewis? Hi! Yes, I'm on YouTube now because, Twitch broke up with Korea. The arena is bathed in dazzling blue and orange lights, the same ones that were part of the barrier. The spectator stands are filled with floating holographic screens. A luminous path extends beneath their feet. It leads to a central area where several metallic platforms stand beneath floating crystal structures. There must be some kind of mechanism here that will let us go underground. When they approach this part of the arena, they don't find any mechanism. However, a peculiar spot on the central platform catches them.
웬만하면 그 골드가 지하를 통해 무슨 카론의 주인을 만나러 가는 열쇠일 텐데.
Under normal circumstances, the gold coin would be the key to go underground and meet our Lord of Karan. But this can't be considered normal circumstances.
게임을 클리어하는 방식은 한 가지만 있지 않아.
There's not just one way to clear a game.
골드가 있든 없든 이 게임은 이미 규칙을 지키지 않고 있어.
With or without the coin, the Beast game stopped being fair a long time ago. He taps the ground with his foot.
들어봐.
Listen. Can't hear anything, but I sense faint metaflux fluctuation.
지금은 어때?
Maybe we can do this. Black energy particles deep into the ground. A few seconds pass before the metaflux reading suddenly spiked to dangerous levels. The ground rumbles and a horizontal crack appears in the central area to reveal a massive creature underneath. It quickly opens its eyes and leaps. It's a wanderer. The wanderer is encased in a massive shell. It instantly releases a powerful burst of metaflux. Does the N109 zone prepare these kinds of surprises for every Beast games?
물론 아니지.
Of course
멀리서
not.
온 손님을 환영하기 위해 이런 성대한 공연을 베푸는 것 같군.
I think that this grand spectacle is their idea of a welcome party for honored guests from afar. Who's trying to mess with us this time? What do they want?
마음대로 하게 둬. 난 규칙투성이인 이 게임의 실증이 난 참이거든.
They can do what they want. I've had enough of this game and its endless rules. He stands at the edge of a raised platform as black-red mist spirals up from his arms. It engulfs his entire body.
지금부터 게임을 완전히 끝내는 거야.
Let's end this once and for all. Oh, he's angry. He's angry. I'll stop here for now, and we'll continue next time, okay? I want to... Okay, I think we're gonna stop here, part 1 for now, because I do think this second half will be just Silas and then we'll be done. But I am getting tired and I should sleep because I have a lot of work tomorrow. And considering that this took about 2 hours to do the first part, I don't really have time for another 2 hours. So we'll just save this for probably Friday. I think we're gonna have to put off our conquest again so that we can just do this on Friday.